do you try to choose foods that are healthier for you? I think there is so much confusion and frustration around what is actually healthy to eat. So today I am going to be debunking some popular myths and uncovering the truth about certain foods that are marketed as healthy choices. But are they really as good for you as they claim to be? Let's dive in and find out. Here we go. So my number one biggest tip for you on your journey is going to be to learn how to read labels. And ultimately, you would really want the source of your food to come from natural foods that don't have labels. But if you are buying prepackaged foods, then learn how to read the labels so that you know and are educated about what you are putting into your body. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. I am going to share 5 food types that are very marketed as good and healthy, and you think you're making a good choice, but let's look at the labels. So my number one that I'm going to address is going to be granolas and trail mixes. Now don't get me wrong, obviously granola and trail mix can be a great choice if it is homemade. Unfortunately, when we buy the store-bought stuff, it often is loaded with lots of sugar and oils. And a lot of trail mixes especially can also be packed with things like candies and fast carbs, and obviously these aren't the best choices for fueling our body and eating healthy. So like I said before, reading your label is going to be your best friend in tackling this. So if you look at these labels, really pay attention not just to the calories, but to the fat, particularly saturated fats, and the sugar content. It will blow your mind what is put into these products. So obviously the healthier choice is going to be to make your own, but I know that's not a feasible option for everybody. So again, just be mindful about what the ingredients are, compare labels, and try to make the better choice. All right, here we go on number 2 is going to be foods labeled as fat-free foods. Don't let this fool you. I never recommend buying into those false marketing that is on labels. Companies will do anything they can to get you to buy their product, even if that means being deceitful, unfortunately. When something is labeled as fat-free, often it means that it is again loaded with things that we don't want, like fats and oils and salts and MSG and all those other yucky chemicals that we do not want to be putting into our bodies. They do this to make it taste better for the lack of fat that is in the product and the things that they take out. They use the magic combination, salt, sugar, and fats, and that is like an addictive drug for our brains. Over the years, there have been so many confusing mixed messages about what we should and shouldn't eat, and fat has always been made out to be the bad guy. Don't believe it though. Fats are essential to our bodies functioning properly, but we want healthy sources of fat. You want fats from foods like coconut and avocado and nuts and seeds. Those are the kinds that are going to fuel your body right. All right, here we go. Number 3 is going to be, drumroll, meatless products. As a vegan, I love a good meatless burger, but the key is it's only once in a while. It definitely isn't something that you want to have as a staple in your diet. Unfortunately, like most processed foods, they have a lot of added unnecessary ingredients, and unfortunately, they tend to be extremely high in fat and mostly saturated fats, which we don't want. While it does have less fat than a meat burger, it still is not something you want to be eating for optimal health. My suggestion for an alternative, try making homemade. It is so much easier than you think. Minimal ingredients, and they taste amazing. You can have your healthy, fat-free, meatless burger just like you want without sacrificing taste. If you're interested, I would be happy to share a recipe with you. Just leave a comment and let me know. All right, next up we have 100 calorie snack packs. So pre-made calorie conscious snack packs they have good intentions. They are meant to help people understand portion control. But they are typically not a good source of calories. Like I said before, check out the back, read the labels, see what is actually in it, and the other things that you're getting besides the 100 calories. Again, focus on the fat, especially the saturated fats, and your sugar content. The running suggestion seems to be homemade. Make your own pre-made calorie snack packs. You can make your own, again, granolas or trail mixes or whatever it is that you enjoy. Home make it healthier, and then you can even pre-package it just like the ones that you would buy at the store if calorie counting is something that you need or want. All right, and number 5, the last one I'm going to touch on today is going to be frozen healthy meals. Again, unfortunately, the labels for these meals are extremely misleading. And honestly, this one right here is the biggest offender for me. These meals that are labeled as healthy in the frozen section, check out these ingredients. It is ridiculous. I cannot believe that these are marketed to people to try to trick them into thinking they are making healthier choices. So like I've said with other foods and reading your labels, something else you need to be mindful of, especially when you're buying frozen meals, is the sodium content. But check out the fat content too in these. It is insane. It truly is just mind-blowing to me. But again, these foods tend to be packed with fats and sugars and especially salt, some even upwards of 50% of your sodium intake in this one pre-made meal. And something to keep in mind when you are trying to be conscious of what you're putting into your body and reading labels, remember that high sodium is linked to high blood pressure. If you don't know it already, high blood pressure is a precursor for heart disease and stroke, and that is not something anybody would want. So those are the 5 that I wanted to cover today. Obviously, there are loads more, and I would be happy to make another video touching on those subjects. And if you have any that you would like to share, please leave a comment or any other questions that you have around this subject. I would be happy to talk to you about it. So that is it for this video. As always, I hope you stay happy, stay healthy, and have a very, very blessed one. Happy holidays, friends. See you on the next one. Bye.